Hey everyone, a nerd named Mark here, and this is going to be an interesting video. I just want to do a disclaimer and start off. If you are enjoying Avataro Sentai Donbrothers, I am not, no hate directed towards you, no negativity at all. This is just a video explaining why, literally after one episode, I stopped doing short reviews for the show. I have been adamant and always transparent. I am not the biggest Super Sentai fan. Out of all the Super Sentais, I've watched maybe 3 full seasons, and I always give them a chance. Though that's the thing, is like I'm not closed-minded to the point where it's like, okay, new Super Sentai, I'm not going to watch it. But I've noticed, we're now 7 episodes in. I just can't get into it. It's not for me. But it might be the same way Zenkaiser was, where I watched like the first 20 episodes while they were airing every week, and begrudgingly over time it felt like a chore to watch it. Like I can't, like for me, Super Sentai is something I can't watch every week. I have to binge watch it. And like Kamen Rider I can watch every week. Ultraman, when I can watch every week. Just for some reason, something about Super Sentai I can't. I don't know if it's a pacing issue or what, but that's why there is no Donbrothers content on my channel right now. And it's like with Zenkaiser, I stopped watching around episode 20, 21. Then right before the final episode, I just binged everything. And it was more enjoyable that way. I didn't love Zenkaiser. I liked the suits. I liked the ideas of it. The mechas, the Gearlinger, the gear thing was really cool and unique. I think Donbrothers right now just isn't holding my interest. And, it's little nuances too. Like the CG just really isn't polished and clean. And I'm sure the show's going to get better. It's still early on, but I have usually what I call the 3-episode rule. I've talked about this on my podcast. So if a new show comes out, I can't judge it based on the first episode. I just can't. That's not, how I operate. I have to at least watch 3 episodes before I can formulate an opinion on it. I actually made it 6 episodes, and I was like, okay, it's just not doing it for me. And I know I have a lot of friends who are huge Super Sentai fans and like not as much for like Kamen Rider or Ultraman, and they're just loving it. And if you love it, good for you. I'm glad you have another season in a show that you can enjoy. That's all I care about. Like if it's not like you liking a show is not going to affect me, just like me not liking it is not going to affect you. I'm a very big person on, if I don't like something, I'm not going to create content to shit on it or hate on it. Instead, I will tell you my opinion, why I'm not going to cover it, and then that's it. That's the last I speak of it. I don't want to waste my time as a content creator and waste your time as a viewer just to be a negative person. I've never liked that from the side of content creators who form their community around them just being negative about stuff. I'd rather showcase and talk about things I enjoy and things I love, like Ultraman, Kamen Rider, And for me, for Super Sentai, the only ones I fully ever watched was like, I think Zoo Ranger, Car Ranger, Rio Soldier, and now Zenkaiser. I started Karamonger, I think it was the one that was right before Zenkaiser. I started that, really good. It's just I haven't really had time with everything else going on to finish it. So there are like instances where I can go back and watch Super Sentai. I think for me, just like I said previously in the beginning of the video, like Super Sentai for me is a bingeable show, but not a weekly show. And I'm like that with a lot of stuff. And I kind of blame like streaming services for that mentality, but at the same time, like I'm a hypocrite because I could still watch Kamen Rider every week. I can still watch whatever new Ultraman is being released every week. I can still watch a few other shows, but it's like, for some odd reason, I'm never going to say Donbrothers is a bad show. I don't think it's bad. I think I can't get into it. Some of the humor and the color palette of the show is so good. Like I love the bright, vibrant color, especially in the first episode and the second episode. I even talked about like the CG battle in the first episode where you had the mecha is CG and the villain was like looked like a suit actor, and how the camera shots is that. I was like, I love that. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Just with everything going on, that's not like I don't want to feel like I have to force myself to watch it to make content, because I'm become bitter and resent it. So I probably will revisit Donbrothers. Like, I'm still gonna get every episode as it airs, and you know, this and that, but I will be probably binging it once it gets towards like halfway through the season, towards the end of the season, definitely. But for right now, for those of you who are wondering why there's no Donbrothers content, that is why. It's just not, it's just not doing it for me personally. But for those of you who are enjoying it, I'm glad. I see all the tweets where everyone's like, you know, hyping it up and enjoying it, and I love to see that, just from the standpoint of, I love to see people happy with new Toku, you know. And as someone who's older, I'm 36. I mean, I'm very adamant about me being the old guy in the Toku community. I like to see people really happy, like with Toku shows, like whether you're loving Revice right now, or it's your first time watching Build or Decade, or your first time watching Real Soldier, or your first time checking out like Ultraman Tiga or Dyna. Like, I love all this positivity and everyone being happy, like discovering these shows or watching a new show for the first time. I love that so much. That's why I'm creating content in this Toku space, because I love seeing all this, you know, the people happy. And yes, there's a lot of video essays where people are like, you know, crapping on things. That's happening constantly in every community. But from the standpoint of the Toku stuff, like, I'm not even muting Donbrothers. Like, I still like seeing, and I don't care about spoilers. I'm not like a big person who's like, oh, don't spoil something for me. Like, I've been getting things spoiled for decades, okay? But I just want to do a quick video. I didn't want to waste everyone's time. I just wanted to explain my standpoint on Donbrothers right now, why I'm not watching it, why I'm not doing content for it. It's just not hitting for me right now. But I thank you guys for watching. I still am going to be doing all my Kamen Rider content and other Toku stuff and the podcast, and I'm upgrading some more equipment, so I'm going to be doing a lot more video game stuff too. My capture card died on me, so I stopped streaming. I could stream PC games, but honestly, I have so many Switch games and PlayStation and Xbox games compared to Steam games that I'm just like, man, I need a new capture card. So I bought a new capture card, so I'm going to be making more content for that. I got some other stuff that came in the mail that's going to be in another video. So if you haven't already, and you see the red button down below, that is a subscribe button. If it's red, you're not subscribed. I've noticed a big influx of subscribers lately, so if you haven't already, hit that button, subscribe to the channel, comment below, give me some Super Sentai suggestions, because I've been, you know, doing Toku content for almost a year now, or more than a year. I don't even know anymore. And I always ask, like, hey, recommend some Super Sentai stuff for me, because that's, out of all Toku, the one thing I have almost no knowledge in. Like, Kamen Rider stuff and Ultraman, I could talk all day, but I really truly do want to do more Super Sentai content, and I do want to get into Super Sentai. I like, you know, the shows that I have finished, I really enjoyed. And I'm sure, like, in the past, 45 years of Super Sentai being around, there are some gems in there. So if you know of it, just give me your suggestions. Even if you want to list your top 5 favorites, I want to check them out. I really do. I mean that honestly. I want to, you know, even if I don't make content on it, I at least want to, you know, watch something entertaining and actually, like, broaden my opinion and my horizons in the Super Sentai franchise. I really mean that. Like, I talk to my friends all the time, like, yo, suggest Super Sentai to me. I want to watch some Super Sentai. Like, I genuinely curious. Like, this is the whole side of Toku that I've kind of like pushed to the side, and I really want to like embrace it and like really get into it. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. And with that being said, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.